Magomed Ankalaev is likely next for Alex Pereira. Magomed thinks he's going to knock out Alex. Interesting stat about Stipe is now that Arlovsky is off the UFC roster, Stipe has not fought a single fighter on the current roster. He'll likely fight John Jones next, possibly in November. That's actually the same position we were in last year. Underdogs who won at UFC 303, Vinicius Oliveira and John Silva. Adrian Yanez got called out by Peyton Talbot after Talbot's victory. That'd be a fun fight to make next. I'm His Favorite X is the shirt that Poliana Viana wore to UFC 303. Dominic Reyes would like to fight Anthony Smith at the Sphere or Roman Dolidze. That's UFC 306 in September. Dan Ige was scheduled to fight Chepe Marsekel on July 20th, and Dana White says he can still fight him on that date if he'd like to. Dan Ige weighed 160.5 pounds the morning after his fight with Diego Lopez. That fight was at 165 pounds. UFC takes next weekend off and returns the following weekend, July 13 in Denver, Colorado. Namajunas versus Cortez headlines the show. Drew Dober needs an opponent for that card. His original opponent, Mike Davis, has the torn bicep. PFL playoffs, August 2nd in Nashville, Tennessee, August 16th, Hollywood, Florida, and August 23rd, Washington, D.C. Pereira and Prohaska pose for a pick pre-plane boarding. Their second fight ends the same way as the first, second round KO. Pereira would be an underdog versus Ankalaev. He would be a huge underdog against John Jones and a pretty big underdog against Tom Aspinall. Diego Lopez says he would have got paid to not even fight at UFC 303, but he decided he's going to fight because he says anytime, anywhere, any weight. Special for UFC 305 is Kai Kara France versus Urseg. That's going to be an interesting flyweight contest. Also added to the card is a featherweight contest between Jenkins and Tucker. You also got Tafa versus Walker, as well as Kulibao versus Hamosh. Main event is Adesanya versus DDP. The co-main event is not named yet, but that can change a lot too. Just look at 303. Their co-main event was Hill versus Roundtree. Then it was Hill versus Olberg. Then it was Ortega versus Lopez. And then it finally ended up being Lopez versus Ige.
That's going to be like fucking kids playing with crayons.
And won the round. He stood up and gave up that top position. This is fucking crazy.
You wanna hug it out? Let's hug it out, bitch.